A very good morning, students. I hope you all are fine at home. In today's session, we are going to discuss about grade 10th marketing second unit. Basically, marketing second unit is divided in three parts. As you know the name, market segmentation, targeting and positioning. So basically, we will cover this unit in three steps. Step 1 is segmentation, step 2 is targeting and step 3 is positioning. And what will be the benefit of reading this unit? After reading this unit, you will be able to understand the importance of segmentation. You will be able to identify the various bases of segmentation and how to appreciate the significance of targeting the market. And you will be able to know about the different strategies that are followed in case of targeting and what is the role of positioning in market and what are the different types of strategies followed in case of positioning. So we can start our session now. In session 1, firstly we'll discuss about what is market segmentation. Before going to discuss, I wanted to tell you one thing. Basically, market segmentation, targeting and positioning all are three sequential steps. It means till the time segmentation is not getting complete, targeting cannot start. Till the time targeting is not getting completed, positioning cannot start. It means the result of segmentation is become the input of targeting. The result of targeting will become the input of positioning. So let's start with session now. First of all, we will discussing about segmentation part. Whenever a producer decide to produce a product, that product may not be suitable for consumption of everyone. So for that matter, he asks his marketing manager to identify the target audience for his product so that all the marketing strategies or plans could be designed keeping in view the need of those specific people. That's why when one goes to market to buy a product, one might find different types of product for different type of people. For example, we have normal Coca-Cola for general public, diet Coca-Cola for health conscious and diabetic people. So basically the concept here is that a sales manager will try to identify, a sales manager will try to differentiate the different categories of customer who are ready to take different category of products. Like here example is given, Coca-Cola is providing two types of flavor. One is general Coca-Cola, second is diet Coca-Cola. So company will try to filter, company will try to find out of a complete audience, out of a complete public, out of a complete group of people, how many will buy the general Coca-Cola and how much people will take diet Coca-Cola. This is the concept of segmentation to divide the market in sub-part according to the product type. Now the question arises, how is it done? This is done through the technique of segmentation, targeting and positioning. So the answer is we can perform it with the help of segmentation, targeting and positioning. First of all, one should understand that the whole market consists of different type of people with different taste, different preferences and behavior. This means the whole market is heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means to say in such market a different types of customer are available. Somebody is liking any company product, other are liking different company product, some other are liking different company product. So it is a combination of people who are liking different quality or different company products. That is known as heterogeneous market. The whole market is heterogeneous and catering to everybody taste with one product is practically impossible. It is very tedious task, it is very complicated task to find out the flavor of each person. So the whole market need to be broken in small units which consist of a people with similar taste and behavior. And by doing so, the marketer will also be able to focus better on his particular target audience. And the process that is performed to divide the market in subpart to differentiate the customer on the basis of their flair and behavior is known as market segmentation. For example, suppose a salesman find out the 100 customer. Out of 100 customer, he find that 40 customers are liking diet Coca-Cola, 60 customers are liking general public. So what he will do, he will divide the number of customer in two part. 60 customer he will find out in the process of Diet Coca-Cola and 40 in the general public. So the division of market in sub part for the same product but different flavor, different taste is known as market segmentation. Market segmentation cannot be done in isolation. It has been followed by target the market and position the market. It means it is not a single process. It is not a completed process. Afterward, they need to follow the target the market. Afterward, the third process is positioning the market. That why the complete process is also known as STP. S means segmentation, T means targeting, and P means positioning. Market targeting aims at evaluating and comparing the various segments to see their attractiveness and deciding as to which segment the marketer should focus. So, after the decision about market target has been made, next step consists of positioning of product in order to place the product. What is the position of product in the market? We will discuss all the three steps step by step. So, the sequential relationship between segmentation, targeting, and positioning, also called as STP, is a concept of market segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So these are sequential steps. Step 1 is segmentation, step 2 is targeting, and step 3 is positioning. Let's see the figure now. See now, step 1 is segmentation. The result of segmentation will move to targeting, and the result of targeting will move to the positioning. Now we will read the concept of market segmentation in a definition part. Market segmentation can be defined as the process of dividing the total heterogeneous market into relatively distinct homogeneous subgroup of consumer with similar need or characteristics. Recently, we have discussed when a marketer will divide the complete market into some subpart, complete market into the small parts of customer, and how he will divide on the basis of their needs and their characteristics. In other words, market segmentation involves dividing a market into small segment that might require the different product. So we can also say that market segment is the portion of large market in which the individual or group or organization share one or more characteristics that cause them to have relatively similar product need. See the diagram. There is a group of people, there is three types of people. So marketer will divide the different category people in different part. You are looking that in the red area, the product flavor and taste is same for each product. Each customer they are sharing a similar product. Second one is also sharing the similar, and third is also sharing the similar. But complete combination is called a heterogeneous market, and bottom one is called a homogeneous market. Now, how to do segmentation? Basically, there are two broad categories of market for segmentation. One is consumer market, second is business market. So consumer market are the markets where the consumer buy a product for their own consumption, for their own use. Whereas is business market, business industries, houses, and the person buy the goods and services for the use in their organization or for production. It means they are buying the product for producing the other product. So since these markets are quite different for each other, so the basis of segments are also different. So basically, here we will discuss about various bases of segmentation, consumer market only. How a consumer will divide the market in subpart. And consumer market can be divided on the basis of four types of segmentation. It means they can be divided on four categories. First one is geographic segmentation, second one is demographic, third one is psychographic, and fourth one is behavior segmentation. Now geographic is also subdivided in subpart. It means how to divide the market on the basis of geographic. Geographic market will be divided, geographic market will be subdivided in subpart on the basis of their different regions, on the basis of climate change, on the basis of different states. We will discuss in detail afterward. Let's see now. Geographic segmentation means segmenting the market. It means dividing the market on the basis of their geography. It means on the basis of their location. Geographic segmentation focuses on the dividing the whole market into different geographic unit on the basis of such as different regions, states, urban, rural or climates. It means how many people are living in cities, how many are living in villages, how many are living in different areas. So it is divided on the basis of these types of categories. People residing in different geographic location might be having different need, hence requiring different products. For example, people living in rainy area would be requiring raincoats, umbrellas, boots, while people living in desert area would not be requiring these items. So therefore the marketer has to see whether the product produced by him will cater to which market. It means where he can sell the product more. It will be fit in your weather segmentation or it will be fit in your rainy area. So the marketers marketing raincoats will have to segment their market on the basis of geographic location in weather area, on the basis of climate change. Similarly, food habits are also changing according to the location. Food habits of the South Indians are different. Like who are living in North India, who are they are liking different type of food product, but in South the culture for food items is also getting changed. So marketer has to keep in mind that in case of multinational companies, the companies segment the market by continent on the basis of divide country on the basis of different regions and then go for segmentation on other basis. So firstly, marketer will divide the market on the basis of different geographic location, different geographic areas. Now see here, geographic segmentation example. It means how they are dividing. Different locations are there. Next is demographic. Demographic means on the basis of demography of country. Demography means the composition of human population of country. It means division on the basis of population factor. So demographic market is divided on the basis of different level, like on the basis of age factor, gender, income level, education level, occupation level, and religion level also. So demographic segmentation is done on the basis of demography of a country. Demography means the composition of human population of a country. So demographic segmentation may be based on the different factors like age factor, income level, gender, education level, religion, occupation level, or other we can speak on many other levels are also there. They can divide the market. Basically, the major thing is your age group. The best example is there. The taste and the needs of people of different age group are different. Like children need toys, books and chocolates, while the need of elder will be quite different. Hence, the marketer has to see that what he will decide how much the product they will produce for all age group and for a particular age group. If the product is for a particular age group, they will have to identify that segment and target that only part. Like these products, as you are looking in figure, all are related to the children type category. So they will differentiate that how much they will produce for a child category person. Similarly, the marketer can also segment each market on the basis of gender or income level. Gender mean to say product they are producing either it is for male or either it is for female. Either a person who is having more income will buy or either a middleman can buy the product. On the basis of education level, like we are producing articles and newspapers. It is depending upon the literature and literacy level. How many people are qualified? How many are non-qualified person? On occupation level, it means we are dividing the product on the basis of skilled person. Like we are producing laptops. How many people will are skilled in laptop? How many worker will take that product? How many worker will take PC? So of all these, income group is the most common is for everyone. Everything is depend upon income. If you are having good income, you can buy any product. If you are having limited income, then you can take a particular general product that is having a less cost. For example, in railways, AC first class, second class, or third, and ordinary class are the segment based on the basis of income level. Next is psychographic segmentation that depend upon the psychology of person. Psychographic segmentation is a segmentation done on the basis of social class, lifestyle and personality characteristics of a person. Psychographic segmentation it involves the people assessing on the basis of their thinking, their likingness, their dislikingness or behavior and feelings. Like people belonging to the same demographic segment might possess different psychographic trait. For example, two brothers who are living in the same family, they are having different lifestyle, they are having different liking and disliking products. So that make it important of segmentation. Although these traits are often difficult to measure, marketers often use this type of segmentation. Some people follow healthy lifestyle, they will need the product, and that they will think about to improve their health. But some are adventurous, some are introverts. So, Will's Lifestyle and Lifestyle department store are using this type of psychographic segmentation. Like Raymond Shootings, also using the psychographic segmentation. What is the psychology of person? How much they are preferring the lifestyle, how much they are liking, how much they are disliking the product. Next is behavioral segmentation. It is on the basis of occasional. So it is done on the basis of occasion, benefit sort, loyalty status, and user status. Now read about the behavioral segmentation. In this type of segmentation, the marketer divide the buyers on the basis of their different behavioral patterns. Like segmentation is based on the product based on occasions, like on Diwali, Holi, Mother Day, Father Day, Rose Day, Promise Day, and so many types of occasions are there. They are dividing on the basis of that category when the product will be in more demand. Like we are producing crackers, we are producing sweets, we are producing some gift items. Definitely, they will be more in demand on the basis of different occasions. Benefit sorts like Fair and Lovely to become fairer head and shoulder for dandruff free hair. It is how they are beneficial. On the basis of they will divide, it is especially beneficial for men, it is beneficial for women. User status, like some people who are liking the product on regular basis, they are using on regularly, and some are non-regular users. They are taking occasionally or they are taking on routine basis after 6 months or 3 months. And loyalty status, like hardcore loyalty or switchers toward the products. So basically, the final result is that a major reason of company success is the ability to segment its market effectively. And use of particular basic segmentation would largely to be dictated by the type of product for which segmentation is being done. For example, segmenting a market on the basis of age of a person is not relevant for a product sugar. Like sugar is common for all. It cannot be divided on the basis of small child or middle age or older age. In fact, gender classification also would not matter. So, the lifestyle and usage pattern can provide a better base. Some people are health conscious and would like to consume less sugar. Similarly, segmentation can be done on the basis of diabetes or non-diabetes patients. So how it is done? Marketers do not necessarily limit their segmentation to done on one basis. It can be a multiple basis, multiple segmentations can be done. Generally, multi-base segmentation is used depending upon the nature of product and various other factors. Suppose an organization has decided to focus on manufacturing shoes for children. And in developing the segment for this product, the marketer will have to decide the age group. It means he decide to target the children in the age from 1 to 10 year. Then he has to decide whether he would be focusing on for girls and boys. His segment would be shoes for girls in age 1 to 10 year. So accordingly, he will frame the marketing strategies. So some segmentations are given, like magazines can be segmented on the basis of literacy status, gender class, occupation, or social class. Shoes are defined on the basis of gender, income, and benefit level. One more is there. Shampoo is on the basis of benefit sort and age level. Toothpaste is on the basis of benefit level. And clothes are on the basis of gender class, income level, age, social status, or personality level. Now, most important topic from this chapter, that is requirement for effective segmentation. We are segmenting the market, we are dividing the market. So what are the main factors that will affect the segmentation? So the first factor, the segmentation should be measurable. It means the segment selected should be capable of being measured. It can be measured, it can be calculated. It means the data should be available. For example, number of the female in a country can be measured, but the number of people who love party wear cannot be known. The segment should be accessible. Accessibility means the segment should be within the reach or could not be approached conveniently. It means it should be under the limit. It should be according to the company culture that can be followed by a company. The segment should be substantial or large. The segments that is selected, it should be large enough so that the production could be done for different basis. Next is the segment should be feasible. It means it should be capable of being practically served. It should be practically implemented in the company, and it should be cost effective also. Like we have segmented the market on the basis of different categories, and we need to spend 40 lakh rupees, but company doesn't spend 40 lakh rupees in production. So it should be in a feasible situation, and the segment should be different. Every segment so selected, it should be different. Any kind of overlapping in segment can lead to the confusion. Like some are giving other reports, some person are giving other reports. They should be matched with each other. If they will overlap with each other, then the company will be confused which segment they have to be followed. So in this chapter we have covered about the segmentation part. In next session we will cover about targeting and positioning section. So students, if you are having any doubt, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number or you can personally contact me. Thank you, have a nice day.